The medical community has been promoting saturated fat as being the bad actor for heart disease, mainly. And that really came from weak science called epidemiology. The experimental evidence that shows that that's actually true has never been done. I mean, for example, you could radio label saturated fat in the food and see if it shows up on the arteries. That's never been done. The entire teaching about saturated fat being bad for the heart is not really founded in good science.
It's not that the information is not out there. I remember early on when I was in college, I had a college professor explain to us that fat was our body's preferred source of energy. Okay, fat is a very good way to have energy. And that same professor a couple of weeks later said, our bodies prefer sugar when we do exercise. Weren't we talking about fat just a couple of weeks ago? Yeah, forget about all that. It's sugar. So the message, even in top universities right here in the United States, are a bunch of mixed messages. Do I think there's a big responsibility for media to do the right thing? Yes, I do. You know, we had three big networks, the big three, ABC, CBS, and NBC. Whatever they told us, we went with. Hell, when I was a kid, there was still even cigarette commercials on the air. At least we figured out that that was a bad idea.
Don't settle for some urban taste, some urban time.
It's very easy to see how someone can think something or just say something and that becomes a reality.
Breakfast. No eggs or fatty meats. Instead, eat grains and fiber that actually lower cholesterol.
How about the term heart-healthy grains? We've all seen it. Many people believe it. After all, the terms come from studies that prove it to be true, right?
Those were studies looking at whole grains versus white processed flours and grains. So of course, when you're comparing it to something like white processed flour, it's going to be better. But does that mean it in and of itself is therefore heart healthy?
You could make the argument that whole grains are less bad for you than refined grains, but that doesn't make whole grains good.
Oatmeal or oat bread or an oat muffin or oat bran that is either incorporated into some other cereal product.
It's like cigarettes. You can have cigarettes with a filter on and they're less bad for you perhaps than unfiltered cigarettes. Doesn't make the filtered cigarettes good. It just means they're less bad. And the same thing is true for whole grains. They are less bad.